Hi, Sean here from Persian Cat Corner. Just thought I'd shoot another video for you today. Bit of a review on the litter robot after 2 years of ownership. So for any that follow the channel, you know I do regular updates on the litter robot, how it's going for me. You know, I did a 12-month update, give you some feedback on that. Just thought I'd do, like I say, do an update after 2 years now. So I've owned several litter robots. This is the Connect version. I've had it about 6 months now, and I've used the Connect and the regular litter robot back to back. Like I say, over the 2 year period. I've recently just got rid of the regular litter robots. I only need one unit, but it was good to trial them both back to back and just see the differences, pros and cons for both, really. So something I get asked quite often is, you know, what's the product like? Is it good? Is it reliable? I mean, I've talked about it quite a few times before. I'll leave there'll be a card above this video with, you know, 5 issues I've had with the litter robot. But just to cover over those, there's certain issues that I've had in terms of the actual rotation. So there was a point, not with the litter robot Connect that I've got now, but with the previous version, where I was getting a lot of errors, where the dome was stopping upside down, and I was having to take the lid off to reset it. As I say, so far so good with this Connect version. I've not had the same issues, but what I did find was a lot of it's down to if you've got the litter robot on a level surface. So if the litter robot is on a surface where it's not perfectly level, it does throw out the motion of the dome, and you do get errors. So if you do have a litter robot and you're having problems with the dome stopping upside down, then that'd be something I'd check. I'd just make sure that your floor's level. You know, if it's a tiled bathroom floor, or, you know, a closet where you keep the litter robot, then that can be an area where you can sort it out. Once I put the other version that I had on a level floor, I didn't have any further problems with that. I mean, in terms of the other things I've had, when I first got this Connect version, I did have a few issues with the app. So I've had a few issues connecting the app to the actual litter robot itself, and it actually like remembering the settings. So I'd opened the app and it had not remembered, you know, like it wouldn't show the level of the litter and things like that. But again, I've not had those issues. The one thing I would probably say with the litter robot after the 2 years is you need to trial different litters. So in terms of, I've tried many different litters here in the UK. Some work better than others. It's got to be fine grain, and some of the better quality fine grain litters do okay for odour control. Again, something I've talked about previously is the odour control for the litter robot is not, it's not the best. It's not as good as the Scoop Free, in my opinion. But overall, if you're changing the litter once or twice a week and you've got 1 or 2 cats, you shouldn't have too many issues with the odour. So another thing is, you know, the Connect version. You know, is it worth getting the Connect version? How am I finding that? And the benefits of it. If I'm being totally honest, there's not that much of a benefit to the Connect. Yes, you get a few nice to have features, but if you can only just afford the litter robot and it's something, you know, you've got to save up for a long time, then I would say just go with the regular version. The Connect version, you know, they're nice to have, as I said, but they're not major benefits. I'll just run through some of the features now. I'll just use my phone. So basically, as you can see, so you've got my phone there, you can see the current level. So it's just over, saying just over half full, but it does actually need emptying. I'll show you that in a moment. And then in terms of the history at the bottom, you can just have a look, and you can kind of monitor how often your unit cycles, if that's out of focus. So as you can see there, and then the insights, so you'll be able to see the average time. So you can see on average my cats use the litter robot 3.6 times a day. So so 25 cycles this week. You'll see some peaks on certain days. I suppose that's when I'm probably emptying the actual litter, and you know, I'm doing some cycles. And then you can see from like a monthly basis. I mean, I don't know how important monitoring this sort of stuff is. I suppose if you noticed a period where your cat wasn't using it, then it could obviously, you know, it could show that there's an health issue with your cat potentially. And then inside the app, excuse me, so sleep mode I have set to come on at 10 past 10. And then it kicks off on a morning, then I think it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. The wait time I've got on for 7 minutes. I don't have the night light on in general. So you can control some of the functions from there. So yeah, as I say, I mean, the Connect version is beneficial, but it's not a must-have in my opinion. You know, it's just a nice to have. If you can afford it, then yeah, go for it. But don't expect a big upgrade. The only other thing I noticed with this Open Air Connect version is, obviously you can see I've got the grey version now. This version is definitely quieter than the previous model I had. So in terms of the rotation, it's quieter. And there's a couple of subtle little differences that I will just point out to you now. So the first one is here. You can see where my finger's coming through here. So what used to happen with the other version was, you'd get the litter stuck on here, and then you'd have to brush it out. And it's not a big problem, but they've cut a nice little hole into there, so the litter will fall out. Obviously, you've got the Wi-Fi functionality on there, and it connects up with your Wi-Fi. The signal's really good. I normally keep this in, it's just in our bathroom, and the signal's really good in general with the Wi-Fi. As I said, you can see there, it said my litter was about, it said just over half, but I'm ready to change that today, to be fair. I tend to change it when it's like that. You can see the litter's getting a little bit low inside as well, so I'm going to empty the litter out, and then just empty the bag out at the same time. Something, I don't know whether, you know, I don't know what this is basically, but it's inside here and I feel it's a little bit of a fault, so I'll just shine a light inside the dome. Obviously I've given it a little bit of a cleaning here before the video, but when doing an empty cycle, I found litter actually gets stuck behind this flap in here, so it pops off at the bottom and then litter goes out. Now, if anybody knows why that flap is like that, what the purpose of it is, if you'd like to leave your comments in the comment section below. So I have absolutely no idea, but it's fixed. Like, obviously I get it at this side because the litter goes through, but I don't really understand why you've got that gap at that side, because what it does is it actually holds litter. So when you do it, what'll happen is you do an empty cycle, the dome rotates and it empties the litter this way, so naturally litter collects behind here. So then when you reset the litter, even when you've emptied the litter out, there'll be a little bit left that's been behind here. So it just seems strange to me why it wasn't why that's not sealed there. There could be a reason for it. Could be something I'm overlooking, but to me it's a little bit of an annoyance, because you do an empty cycle, you want every bit of litter to go, and as I say, a little bit does collect behind here. But other than that, you know, that's not too much of an issue. And as I said before, I definitely find this version of the litter robot slightly more reliable, to be fair, than the other version. So you know, there's not as many issues with it. I've not had any issues in terms of the actual, you know, stopping and things like that. I've not had the litter robot actually stopping upside down on this Connect version. So a lot of people ask me, you know, they still ask me, I get a lot of comments on my channel and on my blog as well, is it worth it? Should you buy it? It's a difficult question to answer. I mean, if you look at a lot of the videos on YouTube, a lot of people will sing the praises of the unit. You know, they'll tell you how fantastic it is, how you should buy one. you know, rightly so, it is a good product. It's probably the best out there at the minute. There's, you know, there's a few other automatic litter boxes, but they don't really do as good a job as the little robot. But the little robot's not perfect, as I've mentioned. But yeah, in my opinion, it's worth buying if you can afford it. If you don't like scooping litter, something I didn't like doing, I like to always have, you know, the litter tray clean, so the litter robot obviously does that job. Then it's definitely beneficial to purchase the little robot. But on the other hand, if you're expecting to buy it and it to be perfect, and you know you can leave your cats for 2 or 3 days, it's not going to be the unit for you. Because with this, I would not leave my cats and go away for 24 hours and just rely on the little robot, because if it stops upside down or anything like that, if it has any technical issues, then you could be left in trouble. So you'd always want a separate cat box, litter box out there as well. I suppose you could use an analogy like something like a dishwasher at home. They're obviously quite expensive. Nice to have, saves you doing the washing up. It's not essential, you know, we can all get by without a dishwasher, same as we can all get by without a, you know, litter robot unit, but it's a nice to have. It's quite an hands-off device. I wouldn't want to be without one now, personally, after having it now for 2 years. Very happy with it, both my cats use it. So in my opinion, it's worth it. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. $550 for the Connect version at current time of recording this video. So it's a lot of money, there's no doubt about that, on a litter robot. So that's my update for this video. What I will do is I'll leave a link below this video, and you'll actually get a discount off your litter robot. So I think it's currently $25 off if you purchase through my link, you'll get $25 off your litter robot. I am an affiliate for litter robots, so that just means I'll get a small commission if you buy through my link. That just helps support the blog and the channel. You know, I'm perfectly upfront about that. I am an affiliate for the product, but hopefully you found this review quite honest and to the point. You know, I'm not biased in any way, shape or form. I just generally just tell you how it is and whether it's worth buying. So like I say, after 2 years, I'm still happy with the product. Still something I'd recommend to any of my readers of the blog or subscribers of the channel. So thanks for taking the time to view this video. Bye bye for now.